The following program is classified M. It is not recommended for viewers under the age of 15. It contains mature themes and coarse language.
What do people really think about Aboriginal Australians?
Petrol sniffing and drug taking.
They got plasma TVs but no food.
I'm Australian, I was born here, just like they were.
Give them houses, they burn them down.
Aboriginal people are definitely more disadvantaged.
Get so much more than us.
Everything costs more for me, but why is it less for them?
A lot of freeloading.
Having this free ride, and I'm working my ass off.
Classing themselves as Aboriginal to get more welfare.
I've had very little to do with Indigenous people.
When it comes to brains, unfortunately.
Aboriginal people keep using the past. Move on.
If you think it's racist, well, I don't fucking care.
6 out of 10 Australians have had little or no contact with Indigenous people. This group represents that 6 out of 10. All with strong opinions, they've agreed to leave their everyday lives behind and embark on a unique journey deep into Aboriginal Australia.
Welcome to Redfern, welcome to what we do.
Jasmine, a mother of 4.
If I was to hear that life is hard because they're Aboriginal, I'd better say leave.
Food nutrition student, Alice.
I really align with the Indigenous beliefs.
Trent, a law enforcement officer.
When I hear Aboriginal people say that they can't get a job, I just think it's rubbish.
Supermarket worker, Bodine.
When I think of Aboriginal people, wasters.
Marcus, a part-time photographer.
People that think that Aboriginal families are bludgeoning are just crazy.
And mortgage broker, Sandy.
If the Aboriginal people spending dole checks on booze, don't give them their dole checks.
Guiding this group of outspoken Aussies is award-winning journalist Ray Martin.
You know, the 6 have no idea what's going to happen to them. It's going to be a journey of surprise. They could turn their lives upside down. It'll certainly confront them. And I think it's going to be a real emotional roller coaster.
I don't think this is going to be very easy for me.
My worst fear.
On the first leg of their immersive journey, the 6 had their views challenged in Sydney.
How can the fuck you be 1/8? You're either black or you're not.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not staying.
It's not what I was expecting at all.
Then they faced their fears in one of the most remote corners of Australia.
I don't want to get on at all.
It's okay, just breathe in and out.
You are in a crocodile territory.
Tempers frayed as the group went hunting.
I'm not eating the worm.
Well, what, you're going to live here forever?
But this is the way it works here. I'm sorry.
Tonight, the journey becomes even more intense.
They're throwing rocks at the car, man.
If you got a fucking problem, you bought the problem here. Why don't you close the fucking pubs?
The 6 experience the harsh realities of life in an impoverished community.
I don't live like that. I never would live like that.
Why do people stay then?
Then things become heated in the red centre.
We're not staying here, I hope. Fuck's sake.
Non-Indigenous people have plenty of options.
I find that a bit discriminative.
As the group travel all the way to the heart of Australia.
It has to stop.
You do not know what we feel, how we feel.
The 6 have completed their stay on the remote community of Ginyakay in far northeast Arnhem Land. All they've been told is that they're now making a short 20-minute flight to a place called Elcho Island, where Ray Martin will reveal the next stage of their journey.
OK, you've just had your couple of days in UK, a beautiful, tranquil, idyllic place. Most Indigenous people don't live like that around Australia. About a quarter of Indigenous people in Australia live in overcrowded accommodation. And here you're going to find on this island, you're going to find that there are houses where 10 people live, or 20 people live, or 30 people live under the one roof. And they live there not because they want to, but because they have no choice. OK, are you ready for it? Are you ready for Elcho Island?
No.
Around 2,500 Aboriginal people live on Elcho Island in some of the most disadvantaged conditions in the Western world. For the next 2 days, this is where the group will live. As night falls, the six are taken to the home of a local family. With a film crew in tow, they soon attract the attention of some bored teenagers.
What the fuck?
They're throwing rocks at the car, man.
They're throwing rocks at the car.
Are we like, they just threw a rock at the car.
They've only just arrived, but Sandy and Bodine have decided that they've seen enough to cast their judgment.
It doesn't really feel like just a poor area. It just feels like a scary area.
Why do they have a house when they fucking sit outside all night long and go to sleep? What a joke. If I was the government, I'd give them nothing. Leave them to their own devices.
There's so many kids, like, their parents aren't even with them. They're just wandering around. I don't know, I think this is the scariest place I've been in my life. Like, this is hardcore.
Bodine may be terrified, but with the rest of the group, she'll now discover what life is really like for the Yolngu people who live here.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to my home.
Thank you, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Welcome to my home.
Hi.
Thank you.
I'm Bo. Hello.
My name is Tim Henry.
Timmy Galalingu Ganambara is one of the traditional owners who's lived on Elko Island all his life.
Oh, thank you. Take my shoes.
This area, is this like your kitchen, dining room and lounge room all in one? This is it?
Yeah. For years, Timmy's extended family, including sisters Margaret and Tina, have lived in overcrowded and decrepit government housing.
And we're all living in one house and in one room. And there's like Margaret, my mother, my brothers, Margaret's family, we're all living in one houses, a lot of crowded. 10 adults and 7 kids. Crowded. Yeah. Yeah, I never even knew this place existed. Like today I've arrived and it's, you know, I didn't even, you just don't think that people are living in such remote communities.
It's good that you're very close to each other. Yeah.
With barely enough room for their own family, the hosts have found space for their 6 guests to stay. Jasmine, Alice and Bodine move in next door at Timmy's sisters.
This is where you can stay in this room.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Back at Timmy's, the family's generosity is not lost on Marcus.
I think the first thing when I sat down that Tina said, she just whispered, was before we came, she said, we've already opened our hearts to you and we already welcomed you before you got here. I was like, sweet, that's all I need to know. These guys are all good, we're going to be safe.
But for Jasmine and Bodine, it's a very different story.
It's just bizarre that in the next room there's like a big flat screen TV sitting on the floor. I don't know, it's blowing my mind. Because I mean the whole roof is full of mold. Like I'm definitely going to wake up with some sort of allergy attack.
I'm tired. Can't go anywhere else. So, shit happens.
I don't know, I guess probably coming into this having a bit of a negative viewpoint, seeing stuff like this sort of cements my negative views.
As dawn breaks, the group wake up for their first full day on Elko Island.
I mind a bit of spit in the yard. Like, I've got no clothes. I need a wash. We've had no power all night.
Losing power is a problem locals face most days. But with the electricity back on, Tina is keen to help Jasmine and the others get cleaned up after a week on the road.
Would you like to come with me and I'll show you the laundry where you can wash all your clothes?
But Tina's offer is met with reluctance.
Are you washing?
No.
A washing machine's a washing machine.
No, I just don't feel comfortable doing my washing in other people's places.
Is that okay to do 2 loads, darks and colours?
Okay. I don't want to wash my clothes here, so...
It's dark. Everything got so wet and disgusting.
Alice is left to take up the offer of using the washing machine that a proud Tina saved up for months to buy.
3 months ago we bought this one. Yeah, because my other washing machine was broke down.
Wash away.
Wash everything.
Easy.
And the other girls are doing their washing?
I think they might do it at another time. Yeah. I mean, not here, but yeah, a later date. I just was a bit desperate.
I don't know how anyone lives in there. It's disgusting. There's no hygiene. Like, it's nothing. It's just... It's not right. Human beings don't live that way. You got 6 adults. You should be able to clean up after yourself and clean your bathrooms and clean your showers and, you know, there's nothing else to do here all day. There's no excuse for that.
This is Elko Island Art Centre.
But Sandy is in for a surprise. Her host doesn't just battle with dire housing conditions. Margaret's invited Sandy and Alice to the Elko Island Arts Centre.
It's fading from me.
This one's yours?
Your raindrops, water lily.
This is incredible.
So you sell the paintings?
You're here.
Just here?
I went to Melbourne for my exhibition.
Yeah.
The ladies have got ochre with me and glue and brushes.
An award-winning artist, Margaret paints using natural materials. Even the brushes are made from human hair. But today, there's a bit of a problem.
We run out of hairbrush.
Oh, okay.
This hair, we cut this hair from...
From your hair?
Yeah.
Right.
But my hair is no good.
Okay.
Because it's curly.
Yes.
We use straight hair, like yours.
Okay, yeah.
I'm allowed to cut your hair.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to charge you if you cut too much, Margaret, huh? We'll have to do bartering. You can do wherever you like. You can have blonde strands or black strands, brown strands, golden colour, whatever you like.
Jeez, Sandy.
This is my hair, Alice.
I know.
Let's
have a look.
Yo, main mark.
Yeah. Main mark.
For Sandy, the art class with Margaret has been a revelation.
Yeah, no, I met Margaret last night and I had no idea that she was such an incredible artist and probably such a role model here too in the community. So, you know, this is her home and obviously she's happy to live the way she's living, you know. Maybe not happy, but that's all, that's all she's got, which is really extraordinary that that's all she's got when she's got she can do so, so much wonderful artwork that she has to live this, it's like poverty out there.
There are more than 600 unemployed, welfare-dependent people on Elko Island, but just 23 job vacancies. With so little work on offer, the community has set up businesses where locals can get training. They include a furniture-making store.
My technique's pretty shabby compared to this guy, but it's my first day on the job, so part of the reason that making furniture here is keeping the labour on the island and not exporting that and training up Yolngu to be self-sufficient in that sense, be able to be their own boss and empowering them to have their own jobs and, and a sense of pride, I guess. Yeah.
Next door, supermarket worker Bodine's been invited to help out at a second-hand clothing shop.
You sorting all the clothes out?
Yes.
Yes? Do you want me to help?
As far as Bodine's concerned, this is what Aboriginal people should be doing, rather than just sitting at home taking handouts.
I think Aboriginal people are doing a lot of freeloading. Yeah, off the government and things. And at the end of the day, I don't think that Aboriginal communities even appreciate all the things they get. And that really pisses me off. Do you think that more places like this should be made?
Yeah.
In the community to give more jobs?
Too many people come here so they can give job.
But you can't give it because there isn't enough work.
Yeah.
Life on Elko Island is deeply challenging, but there are cultural reasons why people choose to stay.
Do a lot of people leave for the mainland if there isn't enough work here?
I don't want to leave because my father's grave, I look after my brothers, my cousin brothers, my grandchildren, and my mothers and my grandfathers buried there. I look after them. I mind them.
So you can't leave even if the situation seems dire?
I take care of my family, no matter what.
But Bodine still not convinced.
People need to maybe start thinking a bit outside the box and making more work for themselves. So I think there's only like 2 takeaway stores and 1 supermarket. Like I'm sure, you know, if you could somehow get something like that happening, that would create a lot more jobs.
After 2 days on Elcho Island, Bodine's not convinced that locals are doing enough to help themselves. Back at Timmy's house, she reveals the reason behind her hardline attitude.
I can't really believe that people are held down just from situations. Because, I mean, yeah, me and my family went through some hard patches, and when we moved to Melbourne, we, you know, had a hard time and moved around a lot, and at one point we ended up homeless.
Wow.
And, yeah, we were in emergency accommodation, and, yeah, we had to stay with a lot of junkies, and there was, like, 20 people in the house, and, yeah, it was just... It was scary. We actually lived in a house for 3 months without any furniture at all.
Yep.
In Melbourne, it was freezing. So I guess seeing these sort of conditions, I don't believe that you can't get out of it.
And that's because you did get out of that situation?
We did.
After only a few hours sleep last night, the group decides to get some rest. But they're soon woken up by a familiar face.
Hey, guys.
Marcus Lacey has flown in from Ninyuke, the remote community where the group recently stayed.
Yeah, so you guys sleep well? No?
I had a horrible sleep. No. Worst sleep of my entire life thus far.
What was the difficulties?
I've never stayed in somewhere that was that dirty.
Okay.
There was so much mould, and yeah, I don't think that anything had been cleaned in probably years. I don't think it's that hard to mop a floor.
It's not hard,
or put
not
a
hard to
curtain
fumigate either, I guess. You know, get some bug spray and...
I wouldn't let my house get to that state.
Before Bodine can go on, Marcus reveals his relationship to the group's hosts.
The family that you stayed at and the family that where we are now, they're basically all my blood relation.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to Marcus by saying, you know, what I'm saying, but I've got to say it how it is.
They're very lovely ladies, both of them.
Yeah,
they're very lovely.
Yeah, they're very lovely.
It's nothing against, you know, them personally. It's just, I guess, not what we're used to.
Comes along with the pressure of the amount of people living in the house, and it's also the amount of pressure that it's on them from other families around. Right? If 4 of you can't you know, can't live in this room, try and fit 100 in a room. And
I don't think I would stay.
It's harder than you think it is.
For Marcus, the hundreds of welfare-dependent Aboriginal people on Elcho Island have been the victims of failed government policy for years.
Back in the day, there was a factory, and that was providing, like, timbers for other communities. And most of the old houses here are built by the timbers that were cut up here. The government came in and smashed it. We never had the chance to go forward with our dreams, basically.
Why do people stay then?
But Yolngu haven't got a choice now because the industry's been all decimated and left with handout only. The psychological part has been totally changed and almost, you can say, brainwashed to stay in this community and depend on handouts. So there's more than what the eye and thoughts can see. There's a lot more involved here that you guys have just experienced that tip of that. But this is where my journey will end with you. And I basically, you know, wish you all the best for the rest of your trip until I see you guys, Ben, whenever I can. Whoop.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I give you a hug, man? Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Gosh, thank you very much, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yep.
Thank you.
The group's time on Elcho Island is over. And for some, the experience here has had a deep impact.
We take things for granted probably too much, I think. Well, that's my personal opinion.
That's what I was saying to, you know, the girls last night, like when we were laying down, like, you know, it makes you realise how good we actually have it.
All the six have been told is that the next leg of their journey takes them from a far-flung remote community in the north down to the Red Centre and the hub of Central Australia, Alice Springs. A town known for its beauty and culture, but also notorious for alcohol abuse and dysfunction. By the time the group arrives, it's nightfall, and they've no idea where they'll be sleeping. Sandy's patience is wearing thin.
We're not staying here, I hope. For fuck's sake, man. It's getting ridiculous. How am I supposed to climb out of here? What is this place?
Hi.
Okay, guys, these are your room cards. We shut the big front gate at about 9 o'clock, okay? And you swipe your card here as well to get into the park.
Tony Greer is the operations manager at Apmara Mara Visitor Park, an affordable hostel for Aboriginal people visiting Alice Springs.
Okay, so I'll take you to your rooms now, and on our way...
This is where the six will be staying for the next 2 nights.
Okay. People come to town to access services, visit family, you know, and there was a definite need. There was an overflow of people that come to town and they just set up camps in town, and this was built to alleviate that sort of and meet that need so that people, when they come to town, they had somewhere to stay. So while you're here, you will be the only non-Indigenous people on the premises, okay? So I ask you to respect the culture of the people that are staying here.
So is it that non-Indigenous aren't allowed to stay? Is there a ban on?
Well, it's not a ban as such. Depending on the circumstances, say if you have an Indigenous partner, then, you know, obviously we're not going to say your husband can stay and you can't.
Yeah.
As a general rule of thumb, you know, there's plenty of places for non-Indigenous people to stay.
Bodine's not impressed.
Do you think that's discriminative then? That if only Indigenous people can stay here, whereas places where white people stay, Indigenous people can stay there?
Aboriginal hostels have been running for 40 years. People would come to town from, you know, the outer communities and they would have nowhere to stay. They would be turned away from a regular motel. And I can tell you now that still happens. Even though people say to you, oh, no, everyone's welcome. That's a lie. Non-Indigenous people have plenty of options. Always have, always will.
That's a bit, I don't know, I find that a bit discriminative.
Yeah.
I don't
If you had a choice, which you do, would you come and stay here? Would this be your first choice?
If I was in need of a place, I would, yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, I have stayed in...
It wouldn't be your first choice, though, if you came to Alice Springs.
The guys coming from the, you know, especially the remote communities, you know, a lower socio-economic background, okay, and we provide the short-term, temporary budget accommodation. All right, ladies, enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
As the six settle in for the night, they have no idea of the bombshell tomorrow will bring. Day 2 in Alice Springs, and the group has woken up to a shock. Sandy seems to have disappeared.
She wasn't comfortable staying in a lot of the places, like saying that it's not where she's used to and things like that. But that was always going to be the case.
Like, I thought if anything, she probably would have left at Elcho Island.
Yeah,
Like, now she was fine. It's crazy.
You know, when she said, oh, yeah, thought about leaving, you're just like, yeah, right, whatever, you know, like, you know, something coming out of your mouth that...
She gets bored quickly, you know, the way she bounces around, like, fuck, let's do something, like, you know, she does that sort of shit. And but no, that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, that's true.
And she may have just gone, fuck this, let's get out of here.
With another 15 days of facing the realities of Aboriginal Australia, a restless Sandy has caught a flight back to Sydney.
Hi, Sandy. Just wondering why you've left.
Well, I couldn't tell them before I left and they wouldn't let me go, so I had to do what I done. And I was bored. I'm going to go and see some Aboriginal people, I guess, intoxicated on drugs and all that sort of stuff today, so I just figured I'd get away.
Back at the visitors' park, Ray Martin gets the group's reaction.
Are you surprised that she's gone?
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed off that she's left as well. And she's a hard, I'll say it, she's a hard bitch, but yeah, I'm annoyed by that.
I don't know. I guess if she'd thought that it was the end of her journey and she'd learned enough, she could have let us know, not just leave, because it's so many unanswered questions now.
The 5 who remain will now learn what their day has in store.
You've spent 5 or 6 days in a remote part of Australia. Now you've come to Vicsmac, you've come to Alice Springs. You're going to go out with the night patrol here in Alice Springs. The night patrol is an Aboriginal service, and what the teams do is collect the vulnerable and the young and the drunks. The teams believe that they save dozens of people every weekend who would be arrested otherwise. Now, you're going to find it confronting. I doubt that you've ever seen anything quite like this before.
Tunginjira Council's night patrol team scour the streets of Alice Springs to keep the drunk and vulnerable safe. Tonight, the crew has 5 new recruits.
So are there any rules that we need to follow?
Don't stare at people.
Yeah.
At all times, please do not leave the car unless you've been instructed, and the doors are to be locked at all times.
Bodine's sent out with the first patrol car.
Are these generally unsafe areas?
Yes.
So why is it you're not armed?
As well as dealing with the drunk and violent, the patrol also makes welfare checks on children and the elderly.
Hello, night patrol.
Anyone there?
It's a pretty big house.
Smithy.
With nobody home, Bodine takes the opportunity to quiz her hosts on the cost of Indigenous housing.
How much, just say, would a house like this be to rent from the government?
I don't know.
Well, in town camps, it's about $84 a fortnight.
Yeah. $84 a fortnight
Yes.
for a 4-bedroom
Yes.
house?
That's pretty cheap.
Yes, in town camps.
Wow,
That's in town
I've got a 3-bedroom house and that's $360 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, do you both think that's fair, or?
Now, white people, they come here, took over our land, and they whinge about black people drinking. If you got to fucking...
On the other side of town, Law Enforcement Officer Trent is more interested in the patrol. His team have been called in by 2 men who've been drinking at a relative's house.
Are you aware of anybody that has used this service that potentially has stopped them, from being arrested or taken by the cops?
Yeah, well, these maybe they help us a lot, night patrol and that, but the cops is they all racist,
Yeah.
Keen to know what the men think of the patrol, Trent gets more information than he bargained for.
We get treated like shit here, and we're supposed to be the first people of this land. White people, they come here, took over our land, and they whinge about black people drinking. If you got a fucking problem, you brought the problem here, why don't you close the fucking pubs?
Yeah, well, that's
you
that's
brought the problem,
right.
you fix it.
Yeah.
Don't blame us, black people.
So
white people brought the problem here.
Do you think that that's the solution, to just shut the pubs? Is that sort of a first step
well, they whinge
approach?
about black people drinking too much.
Yeah.
If you got a problem with black people drinking too much, why don't you close the fucking pub?
The team think the men could be at risk of being arrested if they stay on the streets, and decide to take them home to the other side of town.
Thanks, guys.
After the night on patrol in Alice Springs, Trent is convinced the service works.
It's what should happen, we should be avoiding, this police interaction as much as possible. Because potentially, if you're taking them back to a police station, you're just introducing more vulnerability. So this program, in my eyes, is a step in the right direction.
As for Bodine, she still wants answers about the cost of housing. But she's about to have her views confronted head-on by night patroller Tamika Singh.
One of the camps, Tamika, was a 4-bedroom house for $85 a week.
Yeah.
For rent. Yeah, it was, I guess, a bit shocked because I live in a 3-bedroom house and that's $360 a week for rent.
Do you work?
I do work.
Well, I live in housing too. And I pay $380 a week.
So it goes in how much you earn?
Yes, because I work, my rent sky high. Some of our mob don't work, right? Because it's not because they can't, it's because they haven't got the skills like we have, because we had an education where they didn't. Put yourself in the position of a person that's got no education, no money, no working money, right?
But I guess I wouldn't put myself in that position.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I work and I strive to make myself a better person.
Do you really see the big picture, or
I'm just saying that it's
not fair?
Yeah, it's like there's inequality happening.
3-5 to Bays, we have arrived at St Mary's.
Bodine's stance has driven Tamika to the edge.
You are, oh, poor bugger me, poor bugger me. You just said it to me. You said it to me.
I don't think it's fair.
Hey, girlie, you said it. It's not
don't
fair.
call me girlie.
What? Bo.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I'm showing you
But
respect.
I'm telling
not
you,
being rude to
you're not showing respect to me.
How much?
You don't show respect to us. To anybody.
You don't think I show respect to anybody?
No.
Well, you don't know.
You're a
anything
very
about
selfish
me.
woman.
You don't know me.
Straight to the point, you're selfish.
I'm not a selfish person.
You're going to miss out.
I'm going to
Because
miss
you're
out.
not going to let yourself go. You're not going to feel what we feel.
You don't think I
You
feel
do
things?
not know what we feel, how we feel.
So, I mean, if you're defensive like that, you know, there's just a lot of hatred harbouring in at heart. I mean, I don't really care. I wouldn't have gone on this trip if I didn't want to learn. And seeing people like that just really confirms my opinion that, yeah, a lot of Aboriginal people are just rude. Yeah, that's about it.
But Bodine's about to have her opinions challenged again. And this time, her emotions will be pushed to the limit in the most unexpected way. After a fractious night on the streets of Alice Springs, Bodine, Jasmine and Alice are finding out another way the community is fighting back against alcohol. They're heading out of town with a team that offers therapy to women addicted to drink.
We deal with clients who have issues with alcohol, and the purpose of the bush trip is to give women some respite from the environment that they live in.
But for Bodine, the problem of Aboriginal people drinking is clear-cut.
I guess, Dory, my main thing is that a lot of situations, I guess, come down to personal choice, but I think a lot of people choose that, you know, they're just not going to try, I guess.
Nobody does it for nothing. There's a reason behind that. Nobody drinks grog because they want to get things. There's a reason why they drink.
Every week, the Congress Safe and Sober Support Group meets on country and cooks up kangaroo tails. The hope is that in an environment they see as healing, the women open up and talk about their problems. For Bodine, the bush trip is a chance to get answers.
So why do you think that there's still people, you know, in the Indigenous community harbouring negativity and not really wanting to make a positive change?
There's been big-time bad stuff happen in a lot of people's lives, and it's the only way that they're able to deal with it.
One of those people is Helen Gillen, who was taken away from her alcoholic mother at just 6 years old.
There was me and my young sister Gwen. We was taken away from Mum, and we was put away in Darwin when I was about 19 or 20. That's when I went back to the settlement. And Mum was still drinking, and I felt lonely because I, seen my mum drinking. When I got a bit older and, I had problems, then that's when I started drinking and kept on going.
Helen's story is a very familiar story. Are you getting a general gist of the reasons after being out on this trip today as to why people drink, or, what alcoholism is?
Bodine has more in common than she ever realised.
I guess I understand. Yeah, my mum suffered alcoholism for many years when I was growing up, and it just led to, I guess, my family breaking down a lot.
Yeah, Bo, did you ever understand why your mother drank?
I guess it's a lot of similar things like Helen, this loneliness and I guess a lot of bitterness from, I don't know, growing up. She said she didn't have a very nice childhood. But yeah, but it led to, you know, divorce and pretty much everything. Like her thing that she did, at the end, she didn't really have any friends. And then my dad wasn't there. Yeah. So I think it's important if you ladies go back and can change it. You know, it has to stop. Like, the cycle just can't keep going, and it's up to, you know, people now to actually, you know, even if they're parents and it's a vicious cycle, but they've got to say, you know, enough's enough, and they're not going to do it anymore.
Really, my heart goes out to you, you know, but I thank you too for sharing your story with us too.
Yeah.
Things are more complex than Bodine thought.
I know that alcoholism runs just a lot deeper than can't stop picking up, you know, the drink. I think there's a lot of factors that, yeah, contribute to it, and it's not just an easy, you know, just stop drinking.
And that's not as easy as that.
It's a very complicated issue.
Day 3 in Alice Springs, and Trent, Alice and Jasmine have been sent to catch the bus to Yipirinya School. The school targets the town camps where some of the poorest children in Australia live.
Morning. Hi.
How are you, Regina?
Regina.
It's a lot different as to how my kids, I guess, go to school.
For mother of 4 Jasmine, special support for Aboriginal school children means that she is being hard done by.
Like, it's just not fair. Like, the local school, the Aboriginal people don't have to pay anything. Everything's bought for them. But no, each year I've got 4 kids, so there's $200 per kid, you know, at least, and then Brittany goes to high school, so there's like $300.
Keen to know who's footing the bill for this school bus, Jasmine wants some answers from teacher Geraldine Stewart.
Does the school do funding to get the funds for the bus, or does the government give them?
Government don't fund our bus run. Yipirinya School does that service on its own, but we've done it for years and years to town camps. There's only 2 schools now that do the bus run because the government took the funding away.
With just a handful of pupils coming from families who own cars, the bus is crucial.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
How you going? Without the bus, they probably wouldn't even get to school, would they?
Probably won't even come to school.
Yeah.
It's not just the school bus that makes Yipirinya School different. The pupils here learn all the usual subjects, but also take classes in Indigenous language and culture.
We have 3 special visitors who come today, Jasmine and Alice and Trent. Will you say hi?
Hi. Morning.
But we're going to start the assembly with our drummers, with Peter.
As the children head off to class, Jasmine and the others have their own lesson to attend with the school principal.
The map shows you all the Aboriginal languages originally in Australia.
Wow.
They say today, perhaps it's about 25, where they're being actively spoken all the time.
In the 60s and 70s, we couldn't even speak Aranda in the playground at recess time.
No.
The teacher on duty would say, stop jabbering away or something, you know. In the Aranda area, there's central, eastern, western and southern.
For Jasmine, the sheer number of Indigenous languages is too much to take in.
I'm overwhelmed with how many are there. This is crazy.
But the sad part is that so many of them have died out.
Yeah.
They haven't got their speakers and they're trying to revive them.
Of the 20 or so Aboriginal languages still widely spoken in Australia, Yipirinya School teaches 4 of them.
When you hear the bell, please turn the page.
You'll go first, so let's see.
And as Jasmine soon discovers, they're not easy to master.
Okay, well, we have this one. What is it? What is it?
Aknyum. Yeah? Aknyum.
Akyum.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, let's go this one here then.
She started this journey with the belief that Aboriginal children are given too much. But a day back at school with grateful kids from poor homes has Jasmine questioning herself as a mother.
I think that the kids appreciate it a lot more than what, say, my children do, because my children have everything given to them. So I guess we want to give our kids what we couldn't, and I think I've learnt that my kids have too much. So when I go home, stuff's going to be taken away so they can appreciate it more.
The group's time in Alice Springs is over. They are more than halfway through their immersive journey into Aboriginal Australia. Their preconceptions and opinions will now be challenged in a very different setting.
We're going to go west, about as far west as we can go, out to the vast region of the Pilbara in WA. Now, that's moonscape country. That's, for as far as the eye can see, it's iron ore and it seems bottomless mines that are there. You know, of course, that over the years there's been a great controversy and battles between miners and Aboriginal people about that land. Let me tell you, over the next couple of days, you're going to see a side of the mining business that will seriously surprise you.
The next stage of the journey has begun, and the 5 are heading almost 2,000 kilometres west to the Pilbara, where hundreds of Aboriginal people now work in the mining industry. Bodine and Trent have been sent to the fastest growing mining town in Australia, Karratha, to meet businesswoman Sharon Dershaw.
Hello.
How you going?
Good, how are you?
Well, thank you.
All right, welcome. Are you enjoying the weather?
Oh, it's a bit hot here.
Is it? Yeah, well, welcome to my home.
Thank
my
you.
family home, yeah.
So what do you do here?
What I currently do is I own a business in communications, you know, building relationships between Indigenous and non-Indigenous. Tomorrow morning, you guys will be coming with myself, and we'll spend a day, I think, training you guys and the mining employees.
But before tomorrow's training, Bodine is keen to let Sharon know her view of Aboriginal people.
Coming into this, I don't know, have a sort of negative viewpoint, I guess. You know, Indigenous people use a lot of welfare and things, and I guess that hasn't really, been disproved.
When you talk about welfare, like, environment will maintain you. So whatever environment you are in and whatever knowledge you have, that will maintain you and keep you.
I have to disagree there, Sharon. Yeah. I think that your environment to a certain extent does, play a part on shaping you, but I think that, there's a lot of personal choice there.
I'll have to disagree, because every individual hasn't got the same mental capacity. We're all not the same mentally either in that capacity. When you hear my story, some people wouldn't believe that I can be where I am today. And I haven't had one issue in my life. I've had plenty.
With Bodine still unconvinced, Sharon's prepared to reveal her shocking life story.
Both your teas are here.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Tea time in Karratha. And after a day of being questioned, Sharon's decided that Bodine should understand that life isn't always as simple for Aboriginal people as she thinks.
I've told you about who I am as of today, but I'd like to share with you about my past and to sort of give you my history, as I've given about Aboriginal history, is to give you a little bit of history of my own life. Run away from home at the age of 14. Why I left at the age of 14 is because I was sexually abused when I was a young girl for 3 years. So I became very destructive. I just really went to war on myself. Drinking, doing drugs. You know, I had a child at the age of 16. Then coming up into my teen years in that area of destruction, I was forcibly raped and held with a knife by a guy. And then I went into a relationship being in domestic violence, physically, like 6 days a week.
Did they ever get in trouble? Like, was it ever found out?
No, never reported them.
Would have been tough.
It was very tough because none of my family, nobody knew until I was about 25.
Would have been hard to carry that secret around.
For Law Enforcement Officer Trent, Sharon's revelation hits a nerve.
Is that the case for a lot of Aboriginal people? I was talking about unreported.
You know, and if we've got children involved in that, there's sometimes we don't like to separate our families. We like to keep our families together no matter what. Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't. Our families won't separate. We just tend to think that's how life should be, and we won't separate our families for it.
Tough call, isn't it?
It is a very tough call.
When copping, like you said, every day, copping physical violence.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing your story and being comfortable enough, to share it to two complete strangers that you've only known for a couple of hours.
5 a.m. the next day, and time to hit the road to Sharon's training course. Despite last night's revelations, Bodine's views haven't shifted.
I think that I'd probably have to meet, a lot more people in the community before, I would change my opinion to think that the whole community was like the people that I've met so far. These are people. Hi.
But with a room full of minors for company, Bodine's set to be tested again by Sharon.
The aim of the workshop is to build the strong working relationships with your Indigenous team members or employees, and also to have respect, and so that Indigenous team members also give you guys respect when you engage and become with the relationships within teams.
Through discussions and role play, Sharon hopes to teach mining managers how to communicate better with the ever-growing number of Aboriginal people they work with.
There's been a major car accident near town and 2 Indigenous community members have been killed. Jane asks you for leave and says that she expects the other 2 crew members to ask for leave as well.
Indigenous miners taking time off for funerals and cultural reasons confirms Bodine's suspicions that Aboriginal people are bludgers.
Yeah, I was just wondering, probably the guys and ladies could answer better, if absenteeism was the same between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people at work here. Because it seems like there's a lot more, reasons for Indigenous people to take time off.
I've got a bloke on my crew. He's from Victoria, Craig, as we all know, and he's not had one day absent in probably 3 years now.
I was sort of getting to if there was more leave, for Indigenous people. Because it seems like there's a lot of different cultural things we've learnt today.
There's no difference in the leave entitlement. I think the only difference there would be that cultural leave, the 5 days.
So I don't see it as cultural leave as any different to any of those types of everyday situations that unfortunately happen to most of us at some point during our lives.
Having found out that Aboriginal mine workers get much the same leave as their colleagues, Bodine will now be put on the spot in an unscripted role play.
Bodine, are you happy to have the conversation?
So uninformed.
You're going to have a go, are you, Bo?
I just don't think I know enough on the issue.
An Aboriginal mother, Jane, played by Sharon, has not turned up for her shift.
Do you want to come out here and have the conversation?
Sure, why not?
Finally, Bodine is convinced to play the part of the mine manager who knocks on Jane's door.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Are you feeling all right? Because I know she didn't come to work today.
No.
Did something happen? Because I see that you're in uniform.
Yeah, just have a little issue.
Is your family okay? How's your family?
Yeah, they're fine.
Forced to improvise, Bodine unexpectedly reveals her compassionate side.
If you feel comfortable to talk to me about it, I'd like to see if I can help.
As you know, that I'm a single mother with my children, and my sister normally babysits for me. She had to go into hospital last night. Yeah, so I've got no one else to look after my children.
Okay, it's probably best if you stay at home then with the kids.
I'll call you back when I've
Okay.
sort of got everything a little bit more organised and my head is in the right space.
All right. Well, I hope that your sister's feeling better.
No worries, thank you.
I'll see you at work when you're feeling better.
Yeah.
It seems Sharon's course has a new star pupil.
So what is the one thing that yous will take away today?
I guess coming into that role play without having had the info before, I probably would have been like, you know, why are you at home? Get to work.
Yeah.
But I know I sort of surprised myself in the way I approached it, because I guess I was more, sensitive and actually, caring, because I would have approached that way differently. I know, I surprised myself, I guess.
Yes.
I didn't think that I would have handled that situation like that. Yeah. I think you're an incredibly strong woman, Sharon. I think you're a really great role model. I think, you're very courageous and brave.
And in the same token, I think that you two are very brave and courageous to come into the unknown, something that you've already had beliefs about. And, you know, coming across and learning about my race, Aboriginal people across Australia. If they had told me that I had to go and across Australia and meet different white people and that there, I don't know, if I had the courage to embrace.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
No,
It
and
really
it's,
has.
yes,
It's
and-
been my pleasure to be able to spend time with you.
And it's been my pleasure, because you don't realise that you've healed me, in a sense, to be able to comfortably tell my life story. So, yeah. So I think that we've healed two races.
Sharon.
You know, I've come on this journey to... I can't even do it.
Thank
No
you
worries.
so much.
All right. Just mind the sweat.
Say bye to everyone.
There's a long way to go yet.
Tomorrow night, the journey continues.
I really feel like I can't breathe.
The five discover what life is like on the inside.
Here you go. I'm going to be locked in there.
I don't think this is going to be very easy for me.
I'm like shitting myself, like I'm not staying.
After coming face to face with Aboriginal prisoners, the group turns on one another.
That they keep making the wrong choices because they're dickheads.
You reckon?
That's a cop-out, Jazz.
It's not a cop-out.
No, I think it's a load of shit.
Then, the immersive journey enters its final stage, and emotions run raw.
I know. It just breaks my heart.
Switch over to NITV Channel 34 for an Awaken special. Ernie Dingo, Full Circle.
Black people don't have enough money to teach white fellas about black fellas.
Ernie Dingo, Full Circle on NITV Channel 34.